be one of the headlines of this weekend. Who will perform in the theatre, we'll have to wait and see. Reminder to the top six, they're just about in that top six. Jose Mourinho's team, they are 6 points off a Champions League place. Chelsea still have that buffer, and as you can see, 17 points behind City. So when you look at that, Tim, is it a more important game for your former club than the Champions?
Absolutely. I think the league's gone for Man City. Liverpool will win the Premier League. Pep won't say that publicly, obviously. He knows he's up against it. Tottenham have brought in Jose Mourinho to finish in the top four. So to win the big games is what he needs to do. They failed to do that up to now. They pretty much won the games you'd expect him to win. They've struggled against Chelsea and they've struggled against Liverpool. So it's about winning the big ones, and there's no bigger than when Man City, for me, are a top side. You know, they're the champions. They are the ones who have lit up the Premier League for the last 3 years. You know, in my opinion, they are the best footballing side we've seen for a very long time. And it's up to Jose Mourinho to find a master plan. That's what he's good at. He's a serial winner. He's made some changes in the transfer market. We've seen an improvement to a couple of the players. Defensively, I'm not sure what they do, Tottenham. I think they struggle to know the best side defensively. Jose's still getting to learn about them. He's putting too much of a defensive formation in front of them, in my opinion. And he's not trusting the front players enough. Without Harry Kane, I think he needs to give them more confidence, give them a little bit more trust, and they can be a threat to any team they play.
Well, they've suddenly kept 3 clean sheet, joint fewest in the Premier League this season. In terms of Sunday, obviously Lloris has come back. The big news for Tottenham today, this man, Steven Bergwijn, has arrived for £22 million, a full Dutch international from PSV Eindhoven. Is that the type of player you felt Tottenham needed?
He's the type of player who excites me. You know, he's got a lot of pace, likes to take the ball, likes to dribble with it. I always have a question mark over Dutch players coming to the Premier League. Not all of them, not tarnishing them all with the same brush, because Dennis Bergkamp, for instance, was one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League. Don't I know about it? But I believe it's a risk when you're signing Dutch players.
Why?
But because the tempo of the game is completely different to the Eredivisie. A lot of them settle, a lot of them don't. And Tottenham haven't been too successful in finding Dutch players to come into their club. Yes, Alderweireld's been brilliant. We know they're Belgium and Vertonghen. Christian Eriksen come and he was excellent. He's now left the club. For me, still their best midfield player they have. They don't have him anymore because he's gone to Inter Milan. I think it's a big risk, but I like the characteristics of the player. I think he's got awful lot of pace, a lot of audacity, where I mean by that, he takes it anywhere and he runs at people and he believes that his pace and his trickery will take him past. And he scores goals, albeit at that level. So to expect him to come in and change their season is a big ask. I think he needs time to settle.
Do you expect him to start there?
I do. I expect him to start possibly in front of Lamela in there, because Jose's going to sit back. You know, he's going to sit back. He's going to have 2 banks of 4 there, or maybe play 3 at the back, whatever he decides to do. And what he will do is take them up the field. And I think Steven will pick the ball up and he can drive forward and he can take Tottenham into Man City's half and he can be a threat. But it's an awful big ask. One player I've been very impressed with over recent weeks is Lo Celso. I think he's been outstanding. I wondered what you got for your money. You know, 29 million. They've taken up the option to sign him permanently now. I think it was an obligation anyway. I think to sign him in this January window was £10 million cheaper than to sign him at the end of the season. So Daniel obviously took that option up, but he's almost forced that arm because he's brilliant at the moment. I think he really has taken it on in that midfield area. He plays as a number 8. He can dribble with the ball. He can see a pass. He's good work rate. He's winning the ball back. He's got the whole package, and he's settled very, very quickly, you'd have to say.
Despite missing games through injury, he's found his feet, as you say. He was man of the match in this game recently at home to Norwich.
Yeah, I mean, if we just let the pictures go here, he's an all-round game. He's got a good part, but he takes it forward. See, it's like, the Tottenham fans love that. He's not looking to pass sideways or backwards. He's looking to pass incisive and forward, and he's got enough bodies forward to hit. OK, they're playing against Norwich, a team at the bottom of the league. So he had a lot of the ball, but he made good use of it. in the FA Cup game against Southampton, he was the best player on the pitch. You know, he can drive with it. He's tenacious. He's not hiding. He sees danger. See there, closing down straight away. He's looking to take it, and he's dribbling straight away. See if he can get at him. That excites the Tottenham fans. They want to see that in their players, and I think he's a real good signing for Tottenham. He's not going to be Christian Eriksen.
I was just about to say, that's the important key message here, isn't it?
No, he's not that type. Christian's more of a standstill player, but he sees a pass. He's a better technician, I would say, than Lo Celso. But this kid there, that is a good pass, an excellent pass. When they're playing on the front foot, he can be excellent. But Christian had that little bit extra. I think pound for pound, at £11 million, Christian Eriksen was the best signing Tottenham have made in recent history. But this is no money. If he can be what I think he could be in the end, he wins the ball back. This is the first goal. They find it just comes inside, and Dele gets across the near post. But he's been instrumental in anything good Tottenham have done in recent weeks. So I'm really pleased for the boy.
And he's got a bit of bite about him as well.
He win it back. He knows when he needs to do the shift, but he can get forward as well. I think he finds different areas. Hopefully Jose plays him. Look at that little slide rule pass there. That was the winning goal, and it was a little bit of a stalemate. We didn't really know where the game was going at 1-1. They got back with a Pukki equaliser from the penalty spot, but he seems to want to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. They need players of that character. I'm really impressed by him.
Briefly, before we move on the other side of North London, Arsenal have confirmed they have signed the Spanish central defender, 26-year-old Pablo Mari from Flamenco, on loan with a view to a permanent deal at the end of the season. That is an area of the field they needed reinforcing, and Mikel Arteta was at Manchester City without playing. That's how Arteta knew about him.
Yeah. I mean, Mikel would know about him. He knows that's the area of the field. It's a football man making that decision. Rather than a scattergun approach regarding transfer, who's available, well, let's just go and find that one. Where's the weakness? Obviously, everyone knows centre-back is a massive weakness. Hopefully, this boy can come in and strengthen him in that area. I'm sure that's why he brought him in. OK, Arsenal are at Burnley on Sunday before City go to the capital, with Aguero banging form, as we've said. 21 goals in 23 games this season, and he's creeping up the all-time Premier League top scorers. Our old friend Alan Shearer looks uncatchable at 260, but the other two are certainly in this fella's eye shot at the moment. I think he catches Andy Cole and Wayne Rooney. He never catch Shearer. I don't think he'll be around long enough to be able to do that. Sergio has been a credit. You know, he's seen a lot of managers off there at Man City as well. Yes, he's played with some world-class players throughout the time he's been in this country, but brilliant. He's a credit. I think he's got a rounded game. The goals, what he scores, are sensational. He scores tap-ins. He's got a knack of knowing where the ball's going to come. And when we watch these clips here, you'll just see where he operates. Width for the penalty box, 18-yard box there, and he stays in the width. He doesn't waste his energy by running into the corners. He leaves that to the other players around there, but he is sensational. 6 in his last 3. This was where, of course, he went above Thierry Henry as the all-time overseas goal scorer. You just watch him there. I mean, he just sneaks. See how he sneaks in behind the defenders there. I mean, you think he's being clever there by stepping out. But there's only one man calling the shots, and that's Sergio. And if you look at Tyrone Mings there, he just cannot keep his eyes off him, looking to the side, because you never know. Your mate, you can't go 1v1 with him because he'll destroy you. And he's always saying, do you need some help? Do you need some help? Look, of course you need help. Cool. Look, now they're occupied with him. Now they're fully occupied. Oh, he's got great players around him. But look at his movement, his anticipation, picking the ball up. OK, they were probably thinking, it's great. I don't. They probably thought that was great. We'll come deep, no problem. You know, if he drops off in there, he's not going to hurt us. Next thing, it's in the top corner. Look at the width for the box where he just keeps. But they're always looking at him. Look, see him twisting his head there. Where is he? Where is he? Tell you where he is. He's looking to get into here at every opportunity. Look, they're all trying to get into there. This is what Tottenham we have to be very wary of. Every one of them has got their head swiveled here. Look, they're all worried. They're all worried about one person, the magic man up top. Look at him, look, running behind. Then he drops short. But now he changes his movement. He wants to take it in a tight area, and he just dribbles through the rest of them and just gets himself half a yard and just slides it into the corner. This was one record he took from Mr. Shearer, of course, in this game, the most Premier League hat-tricks. This is when he's a big threat. You know, he's just finding, he's not getting himself marked by standing up, not doing anything silly, like conserves his energy, not really putting huge pressure on the ball when they get it. You know, we thought initially when Pep come in, oh, he's not going to work hard enough out of possession. I think he's caught Pep by surprise at how good he really is. And he's obviously settled. Pep had to get used to the Premier League. He knew all about the Premier League. What he's saying to Pep is, really, have a look at me. I'll conserve my energy. And when I get it, I'll win games for you. And that's what I do. And this is evident of that. I mean, look, this is conserving his energy. Pep wouldn't be shouting to him, get tired, try and win the ball. He smells blood. He goes at the right times. He's just jogging. He's just getting himself in positions. He knows now a good chance he might win that ball. And then he will just move into the area. He knows he's going to get the ball, slide it in there. And this finish shows no respect for this man. Doesn't even consider him. He takes him out of his mind. All he just thinks of is contact of the football. I will smash this ball through that goalkeeper's head. If he wants to save it, he's going to get hurt by the ball. That's what all that tells me, is a lack of respect in the nicest possible way. Boom, contact. Let him save it. He wouldn't save it on the way out. He's incredible, the kid.
On to these two when they needed them at home to Crystal Palace.
Yeah. I mean, it's even worse for me. I mean, if I'm a manager, Pep likes to play the one-up. Yeah. When he's bringing Jesus on as well, and we talked about earlier about occupying defenders, these are all in the game. Every one of these guys are in the game. Look, he's got them occupied. They are worried about this in here with Jesus, who doesn't mind running in there. Sergio does what he wants. He might decide to come in here, and then he slide in behind. It causes them all sorts of problems. And it just asks more questions when there's two of them up there, because sometimes you have to defend on your own. You think there's no problem here. There's no problem. No problem. Well, there's no way, you would feel, there's no way he's going to get that ball in there, in behind there, is there? No way. Well, you know he's going to move in there. It's too much for him to come in here, yeah, and defend it, because it's in such a tight area. There's only one man knows where that ball's going. That's Sergio. What a move. Well, the movement is brilliant. The pass is fantastic. But that's why they're so good, because this kid is just a different level to any number 9 we have in the country at the moment.
78 in 107 Premier League games under Pep Guardiola. Has he taken him just a notch up even more, do you feel, Pep?
I think he has. I mean, you have to give him credit for that. But I really believe that Pep was taken by surprise. I didn't think he realised how good Sergio actually is. And the crucial part to that is how he's going to adapt to the Premier League. Now, we ask questions when he first come. We say, well, how did that? So many foreign players come and don't do very well. Certainly don't hit the floor running as he has. But the array of goals what he scores, and the different types of goals off both feet, left foot, right foot, headers, gets in front of people. His movement is outstanding, but he almost makes it easier for the midfield players because his movement is so good.
And 11 Premier League goals against Tottenham, they'll be well aware of him. Now, we've broken it down into minutes per goals for Sergio Aguero, and just look at that. Wow. He's ahead of them all.
Wow. Well, look at the names on there as well. I mean,
by some distance,
some legends, some legends of the game in there. I mean, his strike rate is so clinical. I mean, if you put his distance covered up there, he'd be right at the bottom. He wouldn't even be on the list. But it's not all about that. It's about moving at the right time. That guy's a master of that. Lionel Messi is probably the best in the world at that, knowing when to stand still. Sometimes you don't have to move on a football field. Let everyone else move around you. Defenders keep dropping off. He stands still, and he just gets the ball, and he's finishing. One-touch finishing is outstanding. Quality, that is. I mean, I don't think that ever gets beat.
Well, he's facing a team, as we've mentioned, who've kept only 3 clean sheets all season on Sunday. Yeah. So how do Tottenham plan to try not just stop him, but obviously...
And that's their problem defensively at the moment. You know, is it going to be Tanganga? Is it going to be Sessegnon? Is it going to be Aurier? We know how rash he can be. Is he going to bring Vertonghen back into the fold? Is he going to... Alderweireld, we know, will play centre-back. I would play Jan Vertonghen. I think that's the best partnership they've got at the centre-back. Vertonghen and Alderweireld, for me, over the last 5 years...
So you see Tanganga coming in here, do you?
I don't see Tanganga playing.
No, okay.
I think this might be a game too far for him. If he does play, he'll play in front of Sessegnon. I think that we saw him do it against Liverpool. say, dropped Sessegnon off and he played Tanganga at left back and he'd done a job. Because when the players dropped off, he went in because he's got good physical output. You know, he's not a friend of the football, the boy, but they're not going to have too much possession. He'll be working very hard between now and the game time on trying to close the spaces, distances between each other, not losing contact there this way with the midfield players for the centre-backs, filling up holes, coming across when the ball's on the other side. Like we say, we think this might be Bergwijn. And they need to have a threat going forward. They've got pace on the counter-attack in Son and Mora. And certainly, if we remove Lamela and bring in Steven here, he's going to give them that extra burst. He's going to give them that extra pace and that extra threat. Do you think Pep's going to be worried about him? None of them. Pep worries about his team only. If they do the job, they win the game.
But also, if Tottenham are trying to find a way through, what about this fella being back amongst the mix from Manchester City? How much of a game changer is that?
They play in the League Cup semi-final tonight. He won't play tonight. I think they'll rest him tonight. I think they'll bring him back for this one. Pep's played against Jose's teams many, many times. He's not worried about what they do. They're not going to hurt Man City with possession. They have to be very switched on for the counter-attack. They know Son and Mora and Bergwijn is going to be a threat with his pace, but they're not going to worry about that. I think this is a game he will bring him back for. But does he need to win it? Yeah, it'd be nice to win it. They're going to love going to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They're going to rise to the occasion. We know that. They're big players. Their whole season is based on what they're doing in the Champions League now. They will finish in the top 4 for next season, obviously. I think they'll finish second. Tottenham, this is a massive game for. Can they hurt Man City? I don't think they can. I think it was only one winner, and it'll be in the team in light blue.
Interesting. OK, all eyes on North London on Sunday. On Saturday, when we come back, we'll have a look at the clash at Old Trafford as two teams looking still for that top 4 outside hopes and arguably featuring the most impressive